our cheese making session yesterday. This is going to be how to make a quick, raw kind of cheese sauce. Blendtec Total Blender. It's a 3-horsepower blender, and it works great. This is similar to a Vitamix, except it's more automatic, whereas the Vitamix is more manual. But it works great. So this is our marinara sauce from earlier. For those of you who are just tuning in, we made a raw marinara. Won't that grind better? Have you seen those videos, the Will It Blend? Those are pretty funny. They like throw all sorts of stuff in there. Okay, so for our cheese, we've got these pine nuts left, so we'll go ahead and use up those. Let me get the cashews. Okay, so to make our cheese, and this is a very basic cheese. You can do really fancy stuff and ferment it and do all that. And we're just going to take cashews. This is a cup of cashews. I made a mess here. And then we're going to add some pine nuts, which will give it kind of a smokier flavor. So add a little pine nut. That's about 1/4 of a cup of pine nut, maybe a little more. Well, we're just going to add whatever we have left. We don't have much. Okay, well, yeah, definitely. Yeah, come back tomorrow. I believe we're going to be making lasagna, so that'll be fun. So you're going to get to see, these are all kind of similar things that you make, and you're going to see it 3 times, except in different formations. So showing you how to do different parts of a recipe that then you can use it in different kinds of dishes. That's kind of the cool part about it. Once you learn how to make the cheese, and you learn how to make the sauce, then you learn how to make the noodles, and so you'll be able to do that. So subscribe tomorrow. I'll put an event out of what time we'll be doing that. Okay, so we're going to need to add some liquid to this, otherwise this is just going to be a powder or a nut butter. So we're going to add some lemon juice. The lemon juice will give it a little tang like cheese without the fermentation time. So I'm adding I'm going to add a little more than 1/4 of a cup, probably about 1/4 of a cup and a tablespoon of lemon juice. And then we're going to need some salt. Okay, so there's our salt, and we're going to add a little bit of water just to help with the blend. So I'm going to start with about 1/2 cup of water here. Okay. And the great thing about this blender is that you can, it makes it really smooth, the cheese, instead of like the regular blenders, which tend to kind of leave it gritty. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and start the blender. So this is loud, just so you know, so you might want to turn down your volume. There it goes. Okay, I warned you, it was loud. Alright. This is a little bit saucier than I like. I think I'm going to add some more cashews to this just to thicken up I'll add a little bit more cashew to that. And just to thicken it up, because I want a thicker cheese for this. And this would be actually great with a 1/2 of mac nut and cashew, and the pine nut thrown in just for some smoky flavor. Okay, I still hear little chunks, but it's definitely thicker now. You can see it's not. Earlier it looked more like ranch dressing, so. So we're going to blend it a little longer. Check the flavor. It's good. I think it needs a little bit more, like a pinch more of salt. We'll go ahead and let it blend a little bit longer. So again, lower your volume or forever hold your ears. My sister and I both went raw 2 years ago, and I was like almost the same weight that she is now. And over the period that, actually about 1.5 years, I lost about 100 pounds. And she didn't, and she was tired of people saying, well, this is what happens when you don't go raw. So she said, I want to do the 30-day raw challenge again. And, you know, when you're moving off of cooked food onto raw foods, which can tend to be lighter and stuff like that, she wanted more of the denser foods that were more similar to things that she liked to eat in the cooked world. And she loves pizza. So she said, well, we're going to have pizza, we're going to have lasagna, we're going to have chocolate, we're going to have ice cream. So I said, all right, you know, we'll make it. We'll just make it in a healthier way so that she can go and enjoy that. So we're going to be doing a 30-day challenge, which is part of why we're doing these shows too, because we want to help inspire other people who want to do it, and it keeps you motivated. You know, you get to share recipes with people, and it's fun, and it's great learning, I think. So we'll take that cheese off. It's kind of a melty, like a melted mozzarella style cheese right now. We'll be doing some cool stuff. Yeah, that would be awesome. I'd love to have my own show. Maybe eventually we will. You never know. How much weight have I lost? Yeah, around 100 pounds. I have some of my before pictures. If you go on my website, elivinghealth.com, and then you go to About Us, you can scroll down. I'm still working on that site. It needs a lot of work. But you can kind of see. People are like, whoa, that's not the same person. Yeah, and I didn't even do it for myself. It wasn't like I was like, oh, I'm going to go and try to lose weight. Because I'd been a vegetarian for a long time, but not necessarily really healthy. And then when my dad got sick and he had diabetes and had a quadruple bypass and all this, I started researching diets and put him on a strict vegan diet, and he lost all this weight and started doing better and cut his insulin in half. And so I got inspired just trying to help him. And then over that period, I discovered raw and did my own 30-day challenge with my sister. And next thing you know, I was losing weight. People were asking, well, what did you do? How did you do it? Da-da-da. So I ended up going off to chef school and learning a lot, and also practicing on my own, and then teaching people. So I do consultations, and I help with setting up kitchens, and I do health stuff and stuff that we do. So here we are. We've got our cheese done.
Let's start.